Hello everybody, my name is Shahar Lavi and I'm a mezzo-soprano from the National Theatre Mannheim. And this is my challenge, the Coloratura challenge. In this challenge, I will be explaining to you what is Coloratura, and I will be presenting to you some of the exercises and areas that I use to help myself practice and maintain vocal flexibility. I invite my colleagues to share some of their favorite Coloratura exercises. It would be very cool if you can share some arias and pieces that you sing and that you love. And I will be very happy to hear your thoughts. Maybe if you have questions, you are very welcome to ask them, and I'll be very happy to try and answer. In this challenge, we'll be focusing on three major periods: the Baroque period, the classical period, and the bel canto singing. So first things first, what is coloratura? Coloratura comes from the word color, and it was mainly meant to embellish and decorate a musical phrase. Koloratura is a sung musical phrase that consists a lot of short notes sung very fast, and these phrases are called passages. They are very long passages, very short passages. It can be very high. It can be very high and then go very low. It really depends on the aria, on the singer, and we'll be focusing on some variations of coloratura from those periods of time. There are several types of coloraturas and also several uses of it. The first one is, as I said, to embellish a musical phrase, to decorate it and to add some beautiful lines to it. The second one is to convey a certain feeling or emotion. Sometimes there are arias that the character is very angry or very sad or very happy, and those coloraturas that are written in the arias are meant to convey those feelings. A third use is to use the voice as another instrument in a composition. For example, Bach used the voice sometimes as another instrument when he composed cantatas, and there are some phrases that imitates the oboe line or the clarinet line, and it's very, very interesting to hear. A fourth use to coloraturas, especially in the Baroque period, was to allow singers to show off their vocal abilities and their wide range. Today, singing coloraturas are considered to be difficult and tiring task, especially when you practice it, and is attributed mainly to singers that sing Baroque and bel canto music. The first period that we're going to be focusing on is the Baroque period. It's the most fun, for me, it's the most fun period to sing coloraturas because those are the most crazy and very, very challenging to practice. In the Baroque period, there are several major composers, mainly Vivaldi, Bach, Handel, Nicola Porpora, and some other very well-known composers that mainly wrote music to specific singers. And those singers were the big stars of the period, the castrati. Those pieces of music were meant for the castrati to show off their sublime voice and their very, very amazing vocal abilities. So how singers in the Baroque period developed and practiced their coloratura singing? Well, Nicola Porpora was a very, very famous composer, and he was also the voice teacher of the star castrato Farinelli. Porpora gave Farinelli a very nice tip. He said, "Go outside and listen to the birds." So Farinelli and his other colleagues and Porpora students went outside and listened to the birds singing. after hearing the birds singing, the students went to the practice room and started imitating the voices that the birds made. This way, acquiring the ability to sing faster and faster notes. When I practice my coloraturas, I mainly focus on two very important things. One, keeping my larynx and my body very relaxed but open so I can help the airflow. And the second one, of course, is the airflow. It needs to be very consistent, not pushy, and very, very calm. Today there are several singers that I personally really like to listen to, and they inspire me to work on my coloraturas, and they are Cecilia Bartoli and Vivica Genot. You are very welcome to share with me who are your favorite singers. So, let's start our first exercise. We're going to take it slow and then take the pace a bit up. So, I'm a mezzo-soprano, so I'll start in a low A. We'll do 1/5, very slow, slowish, and then I'll do a whole octave scale up and down on the vowel E, because I like E, because then my tongue is very high, and for me it flows very, very well. So this was the first exercise. You like it? I hope you did. Okay, let's go to our second exercise. This exercise makes me move my air a bit faster and releases the tension that I have on my larynx. So we'll go to our next exercise, which combines 3 vowels, I, E, A, and I'm going to do 3 passages of 1 octave each, up and down, and I'll go a bit by bit, half tones higher every time. Goes like this. Exercise with 1 scale, with 2 scales, with 3 scales. If you want to challenge yourself, you can go to 4 and 5 scales. It's all about breath control and how flexible and open your body is to be able to do this exercise. So today I brought an aria by Vivaldi that I've been practicing for a while. It's very complicated. It has a lot of coloratura combinations, and I will demonstrate some of them right now. So for me, when I practice my coloraturas, it needs to be very gradually, starts very slowly, changing the tempo, changing the scale very gradually. So my muscle memory works better, and then I'm able to go faster and faster when I'm singing the arias and my exercises, and yeah. In this aria of Vivaldi, we can find a very similar scale of the one that I was practicing before. Let's see how it goes. This is considered to be on the lighter side of Vivaldi's coloraturas, because he's known to be very, very complicated composer for the voice. Let's take the scale again. But if we want to start practicing it, we might want to take it a notch slower and maybe change the tempi a bit so it can get to our system a bit better. So let's do... That's nice. In the Baroque period, there are some arias that consist inside phrases, coloratura phrases, passages, that imitates bird singing. For example, one of the most difficult arias is Agitata da due venti. This aria was written by Antonio Vivaldi and is part of the opera Griselda. In this aria, you can find from the beginning very long chains of coloratura passages that contains a repetition of the same notes with minor changes according to the harmony. So I'll try to demonstrate the coloratura part of Agitata. It goes like this. Thank you very much for being with me for the first part of my Koloratura challenge. I hope you enjoyed it. You are very welcome to share any questions and remarks of any kind about the information you got today. And I hope that in those very difficult and challenging times, you are being safe and you are very healthy. And I hope to see you soon again.